this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire. On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire, 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 it's starfire, starfire, it's starfire.
like you were already mine. Surreal to me, how you make me feel wild and calm at the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine, like the stars had all aligned. I lay beside today, tonight, your vibe, desire, our eyes on fire. And I breathe your aura, can I leave your aura? You have me like gravity. You don't have to try it, it's just like a magnet. You have me like gravity. Hard to keep a straight face when I'm burning like fire, and you are cold as ice. I'm drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. It's hard to keep smiling when I try to set things straight. You don't even listen. I'm just getting late, like you're on a mission. Drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. You make me weak. You're the one I seek, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, come on your heart, come on your heart. And I reincarnate it. And I reincarnate it. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more, and you say it's broken. You say it's broken. But it wouldn't mend mine.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. Now look behind. It's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. Darkness, my old friend, you won't get me at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport. Tonight we've got the Ginetta GT5s around my home circuits. Snetterton on the 300 layout. Here with a good batch of drivers. No, unfortunately, my co-commentator, that Bozzy boy, is having a few troubles. So hopefully he'll be with us later. Yeah, just here for a 10-minute practice session in this fascinating championship with the two teammates on a Thursday night in a title fight. I mean, they're in a title fight on a Thursday, but this time then but tonight they're not teammates, so it's all gloves off. Here we're here at the Snetterton 300 track in Norfolk, 2.99 miles in length, so completely different to our track from last week, which was the Silverstone National. It's a very tight and twisted track, but it's got quite a few long straights, perfect for slipstreaming. So we see D-Biggs coming on to start his first lap in this practice session. I will just run you through the championship order. So, leading the way by 2 points is D-Biggs, 95 on 74 points. 2 points further back is his shake and bake teammate, Unorthodox, who's D-Biggs and Unorthodox had a brilliant battle last week at Silverstone National. Unorthodox just taking the victory, but D-Biggs throwing everything at Unorthodox to get through, but to no avail. In third place we have Matahimovic, who had a bit of a lackluster Silverstone, that's hoping to back up the sharp end for Snetterton, hopefully to get a podium, mainly a win. In fourth place we have Little Leach, who had a poor Silverstone. Had a crash with, I can't remember who it was now, but he had a crash on, it was Peaceful Explosion on lap 2, and that really ruined his race, and then having to pit twice. In fifth place we have Duhuris Rocker, who had quite a good Silverstone, led the way early on, but just didn't have the pace to keep it there. In sixth place we have Fury, who is currently in the wall just out of Palmer, coming on towards Agostini. In seventh place we have Rabbit Joe, who, yep, he's third. He's done a lap time in, but that's not reasonable lap time. But it doesn't matter since there's only practice. It doesn't really matter. In eighth place we have Dean Wysocki. There he is, just coming round Richards, having a bit of a twitch, coming towards Montreal, who has a car behind him, which looks like the only G. In ninth place we have Peaceful Explosion on 29 points. Then Keegs, unfortunately missing again tonight, a point further back, so he will score nothing. In 11th we have DJ Phil. Didn't have a very good Silverstone at all, but hoping to bounce back here. In 12th we have the only G disconnected from Alton Park, and Tad didn't really have the best Silverstone. Once again, like the Heroes Rocker, he was leading the way, but couldn't keep it at the front. In 13th we have on 13th, which we have Don Productions, who is unfortunately away this week, so he will not score any points this week. And then 14th we have Chocolate Man, who is on 7 points. He's tied with Daniel Francis. And then last place we have NJ on 6 points, who is currently not here either. So we're quite a way through this practice session now, with D-Biggs 2 points ahead of Daniel Francis. We'll now go on board. We'll now go on board with DJ Phil for a lap of this Snetterton circuit as he comes onto the centre straight to start the lap. Almost hits the grass, down past the pits. Keep it left here. Coming towards Richards, brake. Now you want to hit that apex. Gets a bit sideways and he's just run it a bit wide. Now the short straight to what is known as Montreal on here, but is actually now known as Wilson. Bit wide there, misses the apex. He's got a car on his inside. Now towards Palmer. Just want to kiss that apex. Oh, and he's run a bit wide there. That looks like by unorthodox. So we'll go on board with unorthodox seeing as he was that way through at the same place. He now comes into Agostini. This is a brilliant corner just to send it. You see it quite a lot in the touring cars. So now down towards the left-hander of Hamilton. Kiss that apex. Try not to run it wide. Then back over to the left, and then over to the right for Oggies. Again, a short straight down towards Williams. Right-hander. Again, this is of course at the exit of this corner. You can run it very wide. Then onto the Bentley straight. All the way down the Bentley straight. Then coming up, you've got the chicane of Brundle and Nelson. This is very easy to get it wrong here. Just a little wide there from that. Then in towards Bombhole, a very tricky corner, and then into probably the trickiest corner of them all, Coram, because this is a corner where you just got to keep on the power, and then you're braking whilst turning for Murray coming into the left-hander of Murray's. Try not to run it onto the gravel there. Keep it nice and tight towards the pit wall. As unorthodox is now about to come across the line, and he improves by 3.4 seconds. So that was a good lap there from Dan, considering he had a bit of contact with DJ Phil. Currently Dean Wysocki, Peaceful Explosion, and DJ Phil have not set a time. And the quickest man of them all with a 2:02 dead is the only G. We'll go on board with second place man. D-Biggs, as we're coming towards the end of the practice session. We've got 30 seconds left, so we better see who's coming towards the end of their lap. Fury looks like he will be the first one to cross the line. He's not going to make it for another lap, so will Fury improve? He comes round the long sweeping right-hander of Coram. Then onto the brakes. Try not to hit the sausage curd. That's got Sati Apex's name written all over that. Down the centre straight, keeping it nice and tight. He comes across the line. He doesn't improve. Now we've got Chocolate Man now coming across the line. What's he going to do? Is he going to improve? Through P10. No, he does. He improves to P9. So that was a very good lap there from Chocolate. Who have we got now coming to the final corner? We have the Heroes Rocker, but there's someone just in front. It is D-Biggs. So D-Biggs, can he take first away from the only G? Oh, he gets close. Rabbit Joe now comes across the line. Can he improve? He does, but not by much. Unorthodox comes across the line as well. Can he improve? No, he can't. There is two. Matt Ahimovic now returns to the pit. So the only, and then the practice session is complete. So it's the only G quickest in the practice session from D-Biggs to Hero Soroka, Unorthodox, Matt Ahimovic, Little Leech, Daniel Francis, Fury, Chocolate Man, Rabbit Joe, Dean Wysocki, Peaceful Explosion, DJ Phil, Peaceful Explosion, and DJ Phil not setting a lap time, so they didn't really get the practice they needed for quite a long race. This, say, 22 or 21 laps of this circuit. So I'll just get the grid order up now. So, the grid order should be Daniel Francis on pole position, Chocolate Man in second, the Only G in third, DJ Phil in fourth, Peaceful Explosion in fifth, Ding Wysocki in sixth, Rabbit Joe seventh, Fury eighth, Dahirus Rocker ninth, Little Each 10th, Matt Himovic 11th, and Orthdubs 12th, and D-Biggs 13th, so just waiting for everyone to ready up. Going to be an interesting run down to turn one, as I believe we now have my co-commentator, that Bozzy boy. Good evening, Liam. How are you this evening? I'm very good, thank you. Are you looking forward to this race?
I think it's going to be a good one to watch, especially with it only being around the corner from where you live.
Yep, I literally live right round the corner from here, as the drivers are now readied up, so we should get them all into position once the lights go out, which they do.
So obviously everyone will be getting into formation now.
Yeah, it should be Daniel Francis should be at the front. He's just got to overtake Unorthodox, and there we go. He's in to the position he needs to be. Chocolate Man needs to be in second with G third. DJ Phil fourth. Peaceful is in the right position. Dean is in the right position. Rabbit Joe is in the right position. Fury is now in the right position. Dahirus Rocker is now in the right position. Little Each are in the right position. Matt Himovic just needs to pass D-Biggs.
So, Jamie, who's your tip for the win?
I'd have to say the Only G. After seeing G in season 2 of the GT3, he did very well in his Mercedes, and yeah, he looks top money for a win round here. But say these are completely different cars, so you can never discount the top three at the back, Matt Himovic and Orthodox and D-Biggs. But I think once again, if G's got the right setup, unlike last week, he could be away and gone quite quickly.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So people be coming up to the long straight to go into sector 3 now. So the race will be starting soon. So it's a positive.
Yep. Now coming. Yeah, this is a very long lap. Then now heading down towards the chicane of Brundle Nelson. Daniel Francis keeping everyone at a good distance. This is how the formation lap should be done, as they come now through the chicane. They're now into the last sector. Oh, there's contact. I think Peaceful's gone off. I don't quite know what's happened there. He's either lost it of some sort, or someone's hit him.
Oh, well,
hopefully he doesn't.
If someone's hit him, then I'm gonna guess there'll be a bit of a steward's inquiry about that. But yeah, hopefully people's not taking each other out, obviously, on the formation lap, because that won't be fair at all, to be fair.
No, it wouldn't be fair whatsoever, as Daniel Francis is now coming coming through the final corner of Murray's. He's keeping everyone quite close behind. Is Chocolate Man going to look? He probably won't look into turn 1, but will he look to get the run to turn 2 of Wilson? As Daniel Francis now goes on the line, as G is already attacking Chocolate Man down towards Richards for the first time.
There's contact.
Wow. Oh my god, that's a huge hit.
That's wow, that's half the grid right there. Oh wow,
that's Chocolate Man. I don't know whether he's got a No, he's not got a reset. He's retired. Dean Waisaki's on his side.
Not gonna be happy with that result either.
He's got
very bad damage.
His car's just pointing left. Who else got damage? The championship leader, D-Biggs, he's got major damage. The only G's got major damage.
I believe either Little Leach or Matthew Duffin also was involved with that collision as well.
It looks like Matt Himovic has been involved. His Ginetta GT5 looks a bit pushing. Little Leach definitely wasn't involved. He's up to P3 already, so he's making hay while the sun shines. Fury's already up to P2. He's up to P2 already, but Daniel Francis is trying to make good his escape. But yeah, that was a huge incident on the first lap.
Yeah, I think someone just turned into another person, and then the cars have just obviously collided together, obviously with them turning into each other, and it's just caused a massive mayhem. So maybe a steward's inquiry about that as well.
Yeah, DJ Phil nearly running wide there. Little H is looking all over the back of Fury, looking to get through. He knows that D-Biggs is quite a way down the order. Another person who is going to be quite happy with how that first lap went is Unorthodox, as they all catch up to the back of Daniel Francis now. Will Fury get the run down towards turn 1? He's in the slipstream. He looks left, he looks right, he goes to the left now. As Tahiris Rocker's looking on Little Leach, that's not what Little Leach wants at all. Fury goes around the outside, and Little Leach has spun. He's off, but he's got back on, but he has lost a position to Unorthodox. So Unorthodox has now got in front of another championship rival, so he's going to be loving this.
Yes, indeed, he will be. So obviously, back to the front of the grid as these two are battling. As he's
Daniel Francis. But Daniel Francis just tapped the back of Unorthodox there, trying to keep it up the inside. Yeah, not what Daniel Francis wanted there. But Matt Ahimovic has been in. The only G has been in. Peaceful has been in. Peaceful's going to be in for a lot.
Yeah, it looked like Dan run a bit onto the grass there.
Fury's off there.
Fury. So Fury not in the right
place
he's
at the right time. There. Yeah, Teasel, D-Biggs and Dean are going to be in the pits for such a long time. I think Dean has parked up. He's off towards the chicane. He needs to be careful here because he's got the front runners barreling down to the area where he is. Unorthodox looks left, looks right. Don't know whether he's going to look for the run out of Nelson. Doesn't really get it. He runs wide though. Loses a tenth or two. It might give Tahiris Rocker a sniff. They've dropped Little Leach now after Little Leach's mistake. There's Dean on the grass. He doesn't want to come back on it. He needs to get out of the way here as Fury runs wide. That gives an off. Yeah, an Unorthodox is already through.
Oh. So, what a cracking move from him then. So, Unorthodox now taking the race lead as Fury and Tahiris Rocker is now battling it out for second place and third place in that fact. But it looks like Tahiris Rocker has got that job done and will be all over the back of Unorthodox now to gain some more positions in the standings, get those points, as he looks really close, and it looks like Dan is slow compared to Tahiris Rocker.
Yeah, maybe he's just got a better setup for earlier in the race. Yeah, say the Heroes Rocket and well, the Heroes Rocket could be pushing quite hard.
Fury!
Oh, yeah, Fury spins, he 360s it, but he comes back in front of D-Biggs. Oh, D-Biggs nearly involved in another major collision. Fury gets going again, but he's lost major time and he now loses the position to DJ Phil. One thing I have noticed though.
Looks like Dean's got a 10-second penalty as well for maybe speeding in the pits, as his name is Red. Yeah, got a 10-second penalty, so must have sped in the pit lane. Which is surprising to say how much damage it looked like he had.
Yeah, maybe he just couldn't slow the car down. But either way, he's got a 10-second time penalty now. It's not really going to affect him. He's going to end up two laps down, as the Heroes Rocker is looking very, very racy. Looks for a title line here.
He looks like he's wanting that race. Pole.
Little Leach is off.
Little Leach. Oh, so not what he'll be wanting. So he must be struggling tonight because that's 2 offs he's had.
There's someone off down. Oh, that's Rabbit Joe. Rabbit Joe was down the Bentley Straight, and I think DJ Phil had gone off at Brundle.
Yeah, I think we just got onto camera as he was rejoining the trackers. Is these two now? The Heroes Rocker is going to have the benefit of the slipstream of Unorthodox, but that Unorthodox looks like he's going to have the inside line. But there's a bit of a door up there. Is the Heroes Rocker going to be able to get a move done on him? Not there, but maybe coming up to the hairpin, he might get a move done. We'll find out in a second, but it looks like Dan Unorthodox, should I say, is in front and has covered him off.
Oh, he has a little slide though. He's going to get on the grass. Will the Heroes Rocket doesn't get the run for Palmer? There's a little touch, but so the Heroes Rocket looks very good down the streets, but through the corners. Apart from that one mistake, Unorthodox look very good through the corners. He's got the measure of the Heroes Rocker. Through here, he just pulls a gap, pulls a length or two, but down the back straight, the Heroes Rocker is just able to pull the gap in. Now Dan, compared to his main title rival D-Biggs is 11th and a lap down, as Matt Hemovich is coming up having the only G. This is not what Matt Hemovich wants, and this isn't what G wanted at all. He wanted to be out in front and gain a lot of points, as did Matt Hemovich, but yeah, it's just not worked out. Dean's finally made it out of the pit, but his race has already been ruined. As I think Unorthodox and the Heroes Rocker are side by side coming towards a chicane.
Oh, but it looks like the Heroes Rocker falls back a little bit to maybe give Dan that respect instead of obviously going into that chicane side by side and possibly causing an incident.
Yeah, he had a look down the inside decorum, but that isn't really a place to overtake. You don't see it a lot in touring classes. I think the Heroes Rockers just made the smallest of errors because the gap just widened a little. But the gap's now coming down, illustrating how quick the Heroes Rocker is down the straight. Unorthodox. No, Daniel Francis was the quickest man on circuit last time round. Ignore G's time, that'll be from the last lap, so we'll have to see what he does this lap. But so far, Daniel Francis looks on a bit of a mission tonight. He's on the pace of Unorthodox and the Heroes Rocker.
Yeah, so maybe Daniel Francis for the race win if he can catch up. He is 6 seconds behind, but if he is going from here 4-ish attempts quicker than the others, he should catch up to them.
Yeah, so come down into the left-hander. I think Rabbit Joe has made another mistake because the only G is the start, and he's now got Rabbit Joe's now got Matt Hemovich all over the back of him. Oh, G's made a mistake though. G's just dropped behind the pair of them, so G's really struggling tonight.
So Was G involved with that lap 1 collision?
Yeah, he was. Matt Hemvich looking to the inside of Agostini. Doesn't. Thinks better of it. Back to the race leaders. This is going to be a repeat of last week, where Unorthodox is just able to handle all the pressure of the car behind, because at the minute he's just seeming to keep the Heroes Rocker behind. He's just got the measure of him everywhere. But the Heroes Rocker's now got to run down the straight. They make contact again, but the Heroes Rocker, he's going to be on the outside for Riches, but he could go for the switch back towards the chicane. Unorthodox is going to try and keep it in.
Or it looks like the Heroes Rocker may just take the race lead, but we'll find out. Dan's got the later brake in.
He's gone wide though. They're still side by side. So they're now going to head towards the left-hand apartment, but Unorthodox keeps the lead.
Oh, so what a defensive job by Unorthodox then. But obviously, the Heroes Rocker will still be in that slipstream and going to be pressuring the back of Unorthodox for the next
tries it
15
round.
laps.
Yeah, tries it round. Yeah, tries it around the outside. Doesn't work. There's a nice four-way battle here between Rabbit Joe, Fury, Matt Hemovich, and the Only G. Ooh, Fury has a lot of damage still. Matt Hemovich must have made another mistake, because he's now dropped behind G. Oh, that's Rabbit Joe going very deep into the hairpin, and G's now going to come alongside, and he makes the move.
So that's G for another position up. So now G in 7th, Rabbit Joe losing a position to the Only G to go in 8th. But will Rabbit Joe lose a position to Matt Hemovich? Because Matt Hemovich will be hysterical right now to try and get past him.
Yeah, all he'll want to do is just make up as many positions as possible. Matt Hemovich looked, apart from the damage, after he came out the pits, he looked quite racy, and then all of a sudden he's just seemed to drop back. He's not exactly closing on Rabbit Joe, which is a bit of a surprise. But saying Matt Hemovich might still be carrying some damage. Tahira's Rocket has made another. Has dropped back quite a bit. He's dropped near. He dropped 1.3 seconds at last lap as Daniel Francis makes his way in for his mandatory pit stop. Yeah, Tahira Soccer was 1.3 slower as Matt Hemovich looks to the inside of the bomb hole. Rabbit Joe gives him the room, runs it over the curb. Oh, Rabbit Joe just a little wide. Yeah, the Heroes Rocker he's dropped well far back from.
So maybe the Heroes Rocker made a bit of a mistake or run a bit wide or something, because that's a bit weird for him to have dropped off that much so quickly.
Yeah, but say you look at Dan's pace, and Dan's pace is absolutely rapid compared to everyone else. He's the only one in the 2-minute freeze. The next closest person in terms of lap time is the Only G, and that's near enough a second slower. Dan wants.
Yeah, I've also just realised DJ Phil has also passed Daniel Francis. So DJ Phil now running in P4 with Daniel Francis in P5.
Yeah, because Daniel Francis pitted.
Ah, right, so that'll be why.
Yeah, not really many battles now. They're all fairly spaced out. There's still the 4-car battle in the infield section, but they've just kind of spaced themselves out. Matt Hemovich has got Rabbit Joe, and Rabbit Joe's just falling back a bit. But
so maybe Joe
that gap's a
mistake or something then.
Now, the Heroes Rockers back in a 2-minute freeze, but Unorthodox has responded by doing a 2-minute 2.7. That's still near enough a second quicker than the man in second place. So, Unorthodox, he is flying right now.
Yes, indeed, and I'm gonna guess he's hoping that can stay like that until the end of the race.
But I think he's putting the gap between himself to avoid the Heroes Rocker being able to jump him in the pits. Once he gets a decent enough gap, he'll be able to avoid an undercut or an overcut. Yeah, the closest battle on track we have at the minute seems to be DJ Phil and Daniel Francis. DJ Phil's doing very, very well tonight. Fourth place. Yes, Daniel Francis has pitted, so really he's running in about 5th place. But that's still very, very good from DJ Phil.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. It's one of those that you're like really shocked at, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he'll be absolutely ecstatic with it right now, with where he is.
Oh,
So
he's made a little mistake though.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff he needs to take out. But he just needs to keep his head there and not lose it just because of how high he is at the moment.
Yeah, but Daniel Francis has already made his stop. But he is just edging his way closer onto the back of DJ Phil. They run in pretty much the same livery. DJ Phil in number 2 and Daniel Francis in the number 3. So the two same livery cars are about to have a battle here.
So something to look forward to. So obviously it's Daniel Francis and DJ Phil, which are in the brother and sister car, as they call it, or twin car.
Now, is Daniel Francis will DJ Phil make this easy for Daniel Francis, knowing that Daniel Francis has already made his stop, so therefore is technically ahead of him? Will he actually fight the position? With G's only about 10 seconds down the road, so if these two start having a bit of a battle, this could bring the only G close onto the back as Daniel Francis really closes in under the brakes for the hairpin. DJ Phil a little wide. Rabbit Joe now makes his stop on lap 10. So Daniel Francis gets a run, but DJ Phil closes the door. Will Daniel Francis look for a move into Agostini? He's looking. He's sending it. Oh, DJ Phil defending for all he's worth. He was not letting Daniel Francis have that move. Make that move, whatever. Unorthodox again is in the 2-minute 2s, but the only G. He's 47 seconds back from Unorthodox, but he's also now in the 2-minute 2s. So incredible pace from them two. Daniel Francis get in the slipstream of DJ Phil. He's going to look to the inside, and DJ Phil's trying to shut the door. Oh, and he keeps the position. He just doesn't want to run wide here. No, he doesn't. He keeps Daniel Francis behind for a few more corners. So Francis just dropped a tag back. Now Matt Hemovich is catching up onto the back of Fury, and I think he's done him. I think his Fury may have made a mistake there, because Matt Hemovich seemed to get past quite easy, and he's opened up a bit of a gap straight away. Daniel Francis looking again, doesn't get it done into the hairpin. Now into the left-hander. Is he going to try and get the run towards Agostini? DJ Phil runs a little wide, but he can't really get the run. Now, we said about DJ Phil holding up Daniel Francis. The car in the background is the only G. Like I said about G, with these two battling, he's closed right up, and he'll be.
Yeah, G will be looking for those positions now, because obviously
Phil runs a little wide
to get up the grid in the standings.
Oh, Daniel Francis looked for the cutback there, but DJ Phil just said no. No, you don't. You got to wake up a bit earlier. Got to wake up a bit earlier than that to get that move done. As our race leader, Unorthodox, comes into the pits on lap 11 out of 12, so halfway into this race now, he comes into the pits.
And from what it looks like, the Who's Rocker has actually also just gone past instead of going at pits, so maybe looking for the overcut or undercut, whichever one it is.
Yeah, I bet Daniel Francis, I bet, is absolutely screaming for DJ Phil to let him through, because he knows the only G is looking. The only G ran the outside of Coram. That's brave into Murray. Oh, there's a bit of contact there as Daniel Francis pushes DJ Phil a bit wide, and the only G has got the pair of them as DJ Phil now pits.
So DJ Phil going in the pits now. Obviously now Daniel Francis has gone by, so Daniel Francis already has pitted, so he is fine with that. So it was kind of something that was going to happen, to switch around, because obviously DJ Phil just going in the pits, not been in yet, and Daniel Francis already has been in.
I believe as well, G pitted on the first lap due to damage, so if that is the case, he is a net fourth place. He could even have third place here as Daniel Francis runs a little wide. Matahimovic and Fury having a bit, getting close again. So yeah, it must have been a bit of a mistake for Fury to let Matahimovic through, because he's now catching up on the back as DJ Phil. Yeah, DJ Phil's having quite a long pit stop. He's only now coming out of the pits, but he's dropped to 10th place.
So not where he wants to be at the moment, but if I'm right, most of these people here are due to still pit. It's like your Rabbit Joe and I believe Peaceful. But oh no, he may get those though.
Oh, there was contact there. There was contact between Fury and Matahimovic. Fury tried the typical touring car move, just to give him a push in the back and just to say, come on son, get out of my way, I'm quicker than you.
Yes, it will be like that right now. As obviously we're in the cockpit view at the moment, and Fury obviously backing off a little bit there, so he will be looking for that position back on Matahimovic now.
Yeah, Matahimovic runs a little wide.
He's gonna get it done, so he's back in front of Matahimovic now. So Matahimovic might have a bit of damage, because he's not exactly as fast as we all would imagine at the moment, even though he's had his collision and obviously turn 1 and whatnot. But you'd have expected him to maybe recover a little bit better than this, but it's a bit of a shock.
Yeah, Fury's made a little mistake though coming out of Murray's, and Matahimovic is going to look for the inside into Riches as they come down towards Riches. Is Matahimovic going to get the position? They go side by side as Fury keeps it round the outside. Beautiful defence.
Oh, what is it round?
Oh!
Wow, so Matahimovic may be struggling then, because that looked like 1 twitch, 2 twitch, and he's off.
We've got 10 people watching and 12 likes. Come on, let's get this to 20 likes by the end of the race, and make sure to subscribe. Yes, and hello to Smithy in the comments. He's quite clearly cheering on Little Leach, who's up in P2 now after Unorthodox has made his stop. And JR Sim Racing, bit late, but good luck to everyone. We've also got Matthew Duffin in the chat, and Peaceful Stepdad saying good luck to everyone. It's a bit late this first time I've read the comments. Been all action so far.
Yes, indeed, it has been, and hopefully we can have some more as his Little Leach. Oh, it's very easy just to run it wide there. You'd want to carry a lot of speed through that corner, but sometimes you just can't. Gee though, that's a brilliant lap time. He's just done it. He's just come across the line. He's just done the two laps in a row. He's done a 2:02.1. He must be thinking, can I do this with only 8 laps to go? I don't think he can close at 15 seconds as Daniel Francis now comes into the pits with Fury. Matt Hemovich continues on. Now we're going to have the battle of the pit stop. Who's going to do better? Is it going to be Daniel Francis' team, or is it going to be Fury's? I reckon Fury might be fixing damage here. Daniel Francis is away. Is Fury away? No, Fury is not away, so he must be fixing. He is away now, but I think he has lost a little bit. Peaceful Explosion now coming down the pit straight. Is he gonna? He's not gonna get Daniel Francis, but will he get Fury? Not quite. There's Fury. Peaceful Explosion gonna go round the outside. Can't quite do it. He's too far. He's now too far back for a lunge in towards Wilson. Oh, but Fury's made a mistake, and Peaceful Explosion's now going to be looking up the inside. Deheris Rocker has now come into the pits on lap 14 to relinquish the lead. Yeah, and will Little Leach pull the trigger at the same time as Deheris Rocker though?
No, he's not. He's continuing on, so Little Leach now takes the lead. Where's Deheris Rocker going to come out in relation to Unorthodox? Here comes Unorthodox. Deheris Rocker, he's now coming out the pits. This is going to be close. Unorthodox, I don't think he's done it. He's not done it. Deheris Rocker takes the lead of the race, but Unorthodox is going to be all over the back of him. There's a tiny touch there. Unorthodox ran the outside at the chicane. Little bit of a lock up there from Deheris Rocker. Unorthodox wanting that position back that he lost in the pits. He's through the left-hander here. Down the straight.
Oh, it seems to have had a collision.
He's lost it, and he's taken Unorthodox.
So
now,
not what
where G is only round the corner, and this. I'll tell you who else this gives a massive chance to if he puts in some deep laps now is Little Leach. He's 16 seconds in. He could jump both Unorthodox and Deheris Rocker here, and he could take his first win in the GT5 championship. G all over the back of Deheris Rocker after that spin with Unorthodox. G wanting a podium finish.
So G
they come down towards the Bentley straight. What's also this street was also known to 90s touring car fans and 2010 touring car fans from onwards. Oh, he goes round the outside at Brundle. That's a brilliant move. It was known as the Rev straight, but the Deheris Rocker's going to get the position back going through bomb hole. They're now going to go side by side coming through corn, but the Deheris Rocker.
So obviously he's going to be giving Deheris Rocker a run.
He's looking for the run out of Murray's. He tried for the cutback out of Murray's down onto the centre, but the Deheris Rocker has got the slipstream of D Biggs here.
So these two may be gonna be able to get past the Bigs, which will have to move out of the way anyway, because obviously being a lapped car.
G looking every which way to get past that white, to get past the white Jeanette. As Heroes Rocker had a bit of a slide there, G just can't nip up the inside though. Oh, there was a bit of a gap there. I think he's forced a gap open, but the Heroes Rocker closes that gap. He's going to try round the outside. The Heroes Rocker has a bit of a
is there the collision?
Oh, there's contact. Yeah, they've made contact. I think the Heroes Rocker was trying to do a bit of a Jason Plate and park it on the apex and just caught the only G out. This will give Unorthodox a bit of a break here, because he's able then to get them as the battle continues. But yeah, that looked a bit like the Heroes Rocker just tried to park it on the apex there just to catch G out, and he did. But yeah, G not maliciously putting the Heroes Rocker on the grass.
So obviously G gonna be in the slipstream now. Looking up the outside, this will be, but the inside of this turn. Is he gonna get it done? As it looks like he has got it done.
That's a beautiful move as the Heroes Rocker runs into the back of him trying to get a cut back. Doesn't really get it, but G's done that twice now as Little Leech comes in. Where's Unorthodox? Comes at the final corner. Little Leech is now in his pit box. I think Unorthodox is going
has got him done.
Yeah, he's got him done. Where will Little Leech come out? He's having a very long stop. He's
on his way out.
He's away now. But he's not going to get that podium, as there goes the only G, and there goes the Heroes Rocker. So Little Leech back down to 4th. We've got a bit of a battle here for 9th place. That is Rabbit Joe and DJ Phil. DJ Phil doing so well at the start, running in the top 5, but it's just unravelled again for him.
Yeah, it's something that happens in racing. Obviously, there's always those mistakes that happen, but just unavoidable kind of things, though.
Yeah, so DJ Phil was running quite well last week, and then just dropped off. He has a very good early pace, but yeah, I wonder whether he's made a mistake or something, or he just had a problem in the pits. Oh, that's Dean Wysocki.
So is that Dean with damage still?
I think Dean's got damage because his lap times are well off. He's running at a 2 minute. He's running at a 2 minute 40,
so
and
about 30-something seconds off of what he should be doing.
He's about 24 seconds off the next slowest car as he makes a mistake. Oh, it's just not Dean's night. We'll get off him. We'll go to a battle between Daniel Francis and Fury. Fury's got the window wipers on. Don't worry, Fury. There's no rain this week. Coming down towards Agostini. Brilliant spectator spot, by the way, as Dean comes into the pit. DJ Phil is back on Rabbit Joe again. Fury all over the grass.
So Fury's also fixed his damage, so that's going to give him the benefit, obviously, with having that damage is off. Oh, but it's back on track.
He tried it there, but he would have had to give the position back because he was on the gravel. That's okay. Oh, I think he's lost it.
These two have had a collision. So those two have had a collision, so maybe not the night for those two. And a lot of people colliding with each other tonight, Jamie.
Yeah, I was going to say, this track offers quite a lot of overtaking, so you just need to be patient. DJ Phil getting on the grass. That's a good place for a rallycross car, Phil, but not for a Ginetta GT5.
Yes, indeed. It is these two again. The two that's just been like a magnet and gone together, going through that turn.
They're now coming through Coram. And Orthodox has got 7 seconds to G and he's on lap 18, so he's got about 5 laps to go. Fury looks to the inside. There's a bit of contact there, but that's fine. Fury now gets the position, but Little Leach, he's now coming at Tahira's Rocker. He lost. He didn't get the position. Yeah, he didn't get the position out of the pits, but he's now trying to do it on track. He's just over a second behind. It's Rabbit.
It's the only G as well, having a cracking race at the moment, with obviously being involved in that turn 1 collision. So to come now in P2, what a drive from him.
Yeah, it's a brilliant drive. Yeah, it was helped by the early pit stop, getting in some clean air, not having to fight. Whereas the likes of Daniel Francis, DJ Phil, all of them who weren't involved in the incident were battling away for quite a few laps at the start, just slowed themselves down. So therefore, that allowed everyone who made their pit stops early through damage. It allowed them just to catch up because they had no one around them.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, yes, indeed.
Yeah, Little Leach is just edging onto the back of the Dearest Rocket. Runs a little bit wide there. Oh, I think Daniel Francis has made a mistake. I think he hasn't had
a collision between Dean. So Dean not having a night he wants it all, because it looks like collision left, right, centre with, if it's not a car, maybe a barrier.
Yeah, Daniel Francis is not going to be happy with that one little bit, knowing that it's a back marker who's just lost a position. It's just a bit further back. You've still got this battle raging on between Rabbit Joe and DJ Phil. And Orthodub's on lap 19, so he's coming towards the end of the race. Whereabouts is he on track? DG, what a lap time there. He's in the 2-minute ones. That is a cracking lap time, but I just don't think he's going to have enough.
No, being obviously 6 seconds down from an Orthodubs. If he does get that race win, it's either from an Orthodubs making another pit stop or having a mistake. And from what it looks like, none of those two is going to happen.
No, I don't think an Orthodubs is the one to make a mistake. There's Little Leach all over the back of Tahira's Rocket again. He's really wanting that. Really wanting that podium, but as we saw in the early part of the race, Tahira's Rocket is really good down the straight. He's pulled out near enough a tenth over Little Leach, just down the straight. G's got the gap to just over 5 seconds with 3 laps to go. With 3 laps to go, we'll ask everyone for their to comment for their driver of the day. I'll get mine and Liam's opinions at the end of the race. As Little Leach is now side by side coming into turn 3. Where's Tahira's Rocker? I think Little Leach has gone round the outside of him. Where's Tahira's Rocker? He's there. He's behind. Little Leach is on the podium.
So what a move from Little Leach as well. So Tahira's Rocker maybe not as pleased with that, because obviously getting out of that podium spot. But Little Leach must be ecstatic with that one, because obviously coming into the podium spot.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. Especially, that's Dean off again. He needs to stay out of the way here. He gets right out of the way. This just isn't Dean's night. He just needs to reset and go again. Go again next Monday. Make sure you join us on Wednesday night, not for the GT3s. They've been postponed for a week due to something called the Euros. Don't know what that is, but yeah, what will be happening Wednesday will be posted in due course in in the Discord server and on Facebook, so make sure you keep an eye out. Also, the Pro on a Thursday has been postponed due to the Pro-Am being postponed. So yeah, there will be a special event for Thursday night as well. That will be posted in due course. Dahirus Rocker now gets the run on Little H. He's forced the door open, and he's just through on the inside as they come onto they're now on the penultimate lap. Fury's near Peaceful as well. So Little Leech gained the podium spot, but now he's lost it again. So yeah,
As I've just
heartbreak
realised,
there.
the only G was just under, should I say, a second quicker than an Orthodub's last lap.
Yeah, but being 5.5 seconds back, he's not gonna get the move done. As Little Leech looked like he's gonna get the run there out of Agostini towards Hamilton. Right, he misses the apex there. He looks to the inside. Oh, there's contact there. He just pushed him a little wide. Once again, a touring car move, push to pass.
Yes, indeed.
And Orthodubs is now about to head on to his last lap, so we'll watch him as he comes through the final sector on his last lap. But G's got the gap down to 4.3 seconds, 4.2. Is Unorthodox just managing the gap, or has he got a problem? How much fuel has Unorthodox?
2 cars off. No, just
that's
the one.
Rabbit. That looks like that's Rabbit Joe. No, the gap's gone back up again. Now, Little Leech has got to try everything on this last lap if he wants this podium. He's got to throw the kitchen sink straight in the face of the Hero Soccer if he wants that position. But he's lost. But it's down the straight, so he loses so much time. Fury and Peaceful having a battle. They've still got another lap to go after this one. Fury looking out then. Or has he got the run? Not quite. And Orthodubs is just coming through the middle sector. We'll jump back to this battle as Fury looks like he's got the slipstream, but the straight's not long enough for him. He's not as brave as the only G ran the outside. Oh yes, he is. Because he's got the move done. Oh, he got up the sausage
side of Peaceful there as well.
Yeah, he went up the sausage curb and near enough clattered into the side of Peaceful, and Peaceful wouldn't have been too happy about that if that had happened. Little Leech is all over the back of the Heroes Rocker on the last lap. And Orthodubs is coming into the final sector. I believe that is DJ Phil in front.
Giving a bit of a flash,
DJ Phil
obviously DJ Phil being the lapped car, so he needs to move out of the way.
He really needed to move out of the way there. That's possibly a steward's inquiry, because he should have moved out of the way. And D Biggs, we haven't seen him all race, but he could get 10th place. He's on the back of Rabbit Joe, but this man has been faultless all night. He's been pretty amazing all night. And Orthodubs takes the win here at Snetterton. The only G comes home in 2nd place. Oh, the Heroes Rockers on the grass. Has Little Leech got the run? No.
Nah, it's not going to get done, unfortunately for him.
The Heroes Rocker comes across the line for 3rd place. Little Leech comes across the line for 4th. Matahemovic, he's a long way off. Who have we got coming? We've got Dean Wasocki now about coming towards the end of a pretty miserable race for him.
So a race for him to forget, maybe.
Yeah, we cut. Sorry, we cut. No. Oh no, he's coming
no.
from side. We need to cut to this battle though. Last lap battle, side by side down the Bentley straight. Who's gonna make it? Who's gonna get that 6th place? Fury cuts in front, but is Fiesel gonna send it down the inside? No, thinks better of it. Gonna look for the run out. Yeah, he's gonna look for the run, but he's not got it. Matt Himovic now about to come across the line. He's got more damage because he's missing a headlight. So yeah, after a lap 1 collision, 5th place, he must be pretty happy with 5th considering the stuff.
Very good recovery drive.
Oh, Fury made a tiny mistake there, but he didn't make it stick. And D Biggs got Rabbit Joe on the last lap, I believe. Yes, he did.
Oh.
So just waiting for Daniel Francis to finish. What could have been for Daniel Francis? He was up there at the front. He was leading.
Oh,
he's
on
off.
the grass
He's
all
off
over the place there.
Yeah, Daniel, you're not in the lawnmower this season. Oh, I don't quite know what he's doing here. He's just gone onto the grass. Yeah, Daniel, you're not in the Acora this season. You don't need to mow the grass.
Not yet. Maybe next season though.
As he comes across the line for 8th place. Who got fastest lap? Well, I think the obvious answer is the only G. Dahirus Rocker got close though. They're both in the 201s. 201.8 from the only G, so he takes the fastest lap. Top 3 should now be on their way for an interview. And yeah, to have a word about how that race went. Well, I want to find out about what happened at turn 1, because that was a huge incident. Right, we will start with Dahirus Rocker. Dahirus Rocker, that was a bit anticlimactic for you. You were fighting an North Dubs up at the front, and then yeah, there was just a bit of contact, and yeah, you ended up fighting Little Leech for the final podium spot.
Yeah, it was a good fight until there, but yeah, my mistake. Went too wide. Yeah, Shaman came back and hit Dan, sorry for that, mate. But yeah, I picked up suspension damage, and from there was yeah, all the pace was gone anyway.
Yeah, so you look like you had the pace to beat on North Dubs. It was just the inconsistency. One thing I want to find out though was
too many mistakes there.
Yeah, what was your view of the turn 1 incident where about 5 or 6 cars went flying?
I was too far back to see what happened, but I was just afraid the car was gonna land on top of me, so no idea what happened. I think yeah, happy to come through without any damage.
Well done to you to hear us.
Who was it that was sent flying there?
That was quite a few cars.
Yeah.
Anyway, well done to you to hear us, Rocker, for 3rd place, and we'll see you next week for the final round of our overall championship at Silverstone International.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Move on to the 2nd place man, G. That first lap, yeah, that Janetta turned into a bit of an aeroplane.
Yeah, I think Chocolate Man and I were going side by side. I think I ran him onto the curb a bit, and what he told me was his car didn't like the curb, so yeah, we came together and then it was just a bit of an airfield after that.
Yeah, so that was a brilliant fight back to come back from that amount of damage to get second place. And you had some absolutely amazing pace.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it wasn't easy. The setup I was using is more for straight line speed rather than cornering, so I think that's a big factor.
Did you think you could get on all the dubs at the end, or did you just think I'm going to settle for P2 here?
I tried to, but there wasn't enough laps.
Alright, anyway, well done to you, G. You got fastest lap as well, so there's an extra point for you.
Nice.
Right, and now we move on to the winner, unorthodox. That must feel pretty good, Dan, to come from near the back of the grid to win.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was sick. I thoroughly enjoyed that race. I loved every single lap. I got quite lucky at the start. I avoided all the incident. I had to go to the grass. Like, I couldn't believe it. You can see on my stream, cars everywhere. It was mad. But I got through the chaos. I got through most of the pack, and everyone just kept making mistakes. I was just keeping it on track. And the House Rocker, I know your spin wasn't intentional. I was just trying to avoid it. So it's all good with me. Sorry, we couldn't continue our fight. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. Each lap was just getting better and better, and I was just holding off G. He was catching me. If I'd made one more mistake, he would have had me.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably need to change your underwear after turn 1.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a good thing I decided to wear the brown trousers this evening. So good.
Well done to you, North Dubs, and we'll see you all at Silverstone next week.
Looking forward to it.
And I don't know whether Liam is there or not. If he can hear me, then thank you for everyone joining. Thank you for everyone who raced tonight. Join us on Wednesday night, not for the GT3s, as I've already said. There'll be an announcement later, possibly tomorrow, about what's going ahead, as there's some sort of football game. Not that I'll be watching.
Nor me.
But we'll see. Right, we'll see everyone on Wednesday, because no one will be watching the football, and then Thursday as well. There'll be no GT3. So for the normal action, we will return on Friday with the GTEs around Red Bull Ring. We'll see you all then. And from me, good night.
On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's Starfire. It's Starfire. On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, world so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, soldier to inspire. It's Starfire. It's Starfire. It's Starfire.